Hello. We're live. We're gonna play Newton. Oh, and I'm hearing myself from the future, from the past. There we go. Don't normally have that window open. Aww. So yeah, we're gonna play Newton. We're gonna play Newton, designed by Nestor Mangon and Simone Luciani, and I probably just ruined all their names. But this is the newest release from Cranio Games and Simon. And it is for 1 to 4 players, and it is about the scientific age of discovery. And yeah, it's this designer group. This is the group that did Lorenzo il Magnifico and Marco Polo, right? Didn't one of them do Marco Polo and one?
Simone did. I don't know about the other one.
Nestor.
Yeah, Simone did Marco Polo.
Nestor. We'll find out.
Yes.
Also, hello. Simone co-designed Tzolk'in Voyages of Marco Polo and Grand Austria Hotel, and together they designed Lorenzo il Magnifico. There we go.
And he did, oh yeah. You said that already. Sorry.
There we go. So, a lot of those games that were listed, I like. The ones that I've played, I like. So, we've played this. We all have played this before, and we liked it, because we're playing it again.
Yeah.
So now we're going to play it tonight. And we're going to show you how to play. Sorry, mic people, I'm really sorry. So we're going to show you how to play if you're not deaf. So we're going to start with setup, because I believe this is the first video about this game. So if you're watching just for the game feedback, I'm sorry. This is the first live stream video about this game that exists. So we're just going all out. So I'm assuming you've punched it. I'm assuming you've sorted it. So first things first, every player is going to get a player board, and they recommend that you randomize these player boards because the player boards have different starting abilities on them. And there's no difference for player colors, so you don't have to worry about that.
There is, actually.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, the cards themselves were different.
The cards themselves are different, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with random player boards, but we're gonna play with our normal colors, so you all at home don't get confused, and we can benefit from our previous game's knowledge of our cards.
And so I stopped doing things like accidentally giving myself points instead of John.
I did not get the same one. I got a new one. Ooh.
How do I know?
You got the same one, right? Because didn't you travel really well last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the same one.
I got your book.
I'm the only new one. Okay. So then there are 2 boards. You're gonna set the 2 boards out in the center of the table where all players can access them. For us, it's gonna be a little trickier. So what we're gonna do, because we have to make sure the camera can see them, plus all players can see them, we're gonna go sideways. Hi, Xena. We're gonna go sideways on this one, and we're gonna go sideways on this one, and we're gonna put them so that they're like this together.
I'm gonna go release the beast.
Can be somewhat on them.
And we can have John's. Yeah, we can have John's player mat in camera a little bit. Do you want to play like that, or is that too?
That's perfect.
Okay. And then this player board that's not being used, we don't need. So then each player is going to get all of the pieces of their color, plus a little player aid punch board, which is this. This is the player aid punch board. And then each player is going to get their starting hand of 6 cards, which have their player color on the back. Okay, so there's 6. And they are different, so each starting hand is different. In addition to the wooden pieces with your color, there will be books, little punch-outs that have books on them, and on the back, they are the player colors. So you want to make sure every player gets their 12 book stacks. And John's putting it on his board, but it's just on a camera. So you're going to stack your 12 books. You're going to put 3 in a stack for these 4 stacks. And it's up to you. You can put them color side up, or you can put them book side up. Doesn't really matter. Then you're going to take your little wooden cubes, and you're going to put the 12 wooden cubes that you have in the 12 little silhouetted spots for those cubes. So that's pretty straightforward. If you're Steve, you'll play with Xena to annoy Miss Ichi. And then you're going to want to make sure that every player takes... They have one master, who's the big person, and then they have 3 students, which are the smaller ones. Or sorry, they have 4 students, which are the smaller ones. Every player is going to put 1 student in this, like, lab-based tech tree area. And then everybody's going to take their master and they're going to start them in Basil. Or Basil. Basil. The other remaining students you're just going to put in your player area off to the side for when you hire them, etc. Then you have, each player has 2 little round discs. These track your work and your victory points. Boosh. So there's that. And that is almost it for player setup. Then we have a bunch of board setup. So there's a lot of little spaces on both of these boards that we're going to put some random tiles on. And these tiles are bonus tiles or objective tiles or special space tiles. What I've done is I've bagged a bag for each board. So this board has tiles that are only for this, or this bag has tiles that are only for this board, and this bag has tiles that are mostly for this board with a little bit on this board. So we'll do one at a time. We'll start with this one because it's the most obvious. You'll have some tiles that are almost circles, but they have like a little notch cut out of them. Those are cities? Sorry, those are universities that are in various cities, right? And so you're going to take these and you're going to randomize them and you're going to put them in the... You're going to put them out on all of the circle spots on the main map. And your master is the only character that can move around on this map, and they're going to travel to these universities. Then you have hexes, and there are 3 of them, and they have a little notch cut out, and you're going to randomize those, and then you're going to put them on their spots. So these are artifacts. So like they represent different types of information you'd learn by visiting different artifacts. Then you have some squares, and this screwed me up on my first setup. You want the squares that have the doors on the back. Okay? So you're going to take all the squares that have doors on the back, you're going to shuffle them up, and then you're going to put them into the cities. And so these represent the actual, just like, cities that you're going to.
That don't have fancy universities.
That don't. That's right. And these have special, like, actions that you can take when you visit them for the first time. So, which probably mean nothing to you now as I set this up. And that is that board almost set up. There are 4 little income tiles. And if you punch these, you probably put these with the other income tiles. You're looking for the income tiles that have the medical, like, snake staff thing that's on that side. But they have a star on one side that has a 1 in it, and then on the other side the star is a 3. You're going to take all 4 of those, you're just going to make a little stack, and you're going to make a supply in the upper corner of that board. Then there are little circle tiles that are bonus, like, goods. And they just are like that. There's a bunch of them. There's more than you actually need. You're going to put them on all of the gold spaces on the boards that have no player count or work for the player count you're playing. So we're playing a 3-player game, so we'll put them on the ones that have 2+, that have no number spaces, or that have the 3+ on them.
Alright, because it's a 3-player game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hey, John. Didn't see you there.
So, did I miss any of the circle ones on that one?
No, that's a 4.
Okay, so that's that. And then there is one objective ribbon on this board. So the objective tiles are these like little ribbons, and there's a bunch of them. So you're going to take them, you're going to randomly shuffle them, and then you're going to take one, and you're going to put it on the map board. So I take this one. So for this map, we will get points for every student that is finished a tech tree, is what that's saying, which is interesting. So this map's objective benefits this map, which is interesting. While you have these objective ribbons out, just go ahead and put 5 more randomly onto the tech board, the laboratory. And then you're going to have some more left over. The extras left over you can just put back in the box. Then those little circle bonus discs, you're going to do the same thing over here that you did on the other map, where you're going to take them and you're going to put them randomly on all the spots that have gold rims and the player counts that you are playing with. And then we have some square tiles for this board. So there are some square tiles that have their corners notched out. So these can be back in the bag. So we have some, we gotta figure out where we're gonna put these cards.
Oh, right. Up there, I guess?
Yeah, we can put them up there. So we have some square tiles that have their corners notched out. You have way more than you need, so you're gonna shuffle it. And then you're gonna put 5 out on the laboratory board. These are special actions, similar to these ones, that you gain when you go there, when your student goes there. So there we go. And then there are little square tiles that have they have like a dark back on them that has like some writing on it that is like fake calligraphy or cursive. Just go ahead and randomize those, and you're going to put 5 of them onto this board as well. And these are like bonus income or things that you get. And then you're gonna have more of them. Ooh, that's a great one to have out. You're gonna have more of them than you actually need in the game. So there's actually 5 left. I'll give it to John. John's gonna put them back in the box. Then you have more of these income tiles. So you should have 4 little income tiles that have the potion on them. You're just gonna put them as a supply here. You have 4 little income tiles that have 2 coins on them. You're just going to put them in supply here. And I bet you can't guess what you're doing with these 2-point ones. You have 4 of them. You're just going to do another little supply there. Then the only tiles you should have left is you should have 4 each of these tiles that have the action icons in them. You're going to take each stack of 4. You're going to sort them by their type. And you're just going to put them in these like drawers over here. This is just another supply. Boom. Boom. Okay, so now the boards are set up and all the tiles are out and we have everything randomized. All that's left now is the cards. So there is going to be a market of cards, and there are...
Should the card map?
The space one, maybe. Where's the space one? Do you know where the little space one is? I don't know if it'll work. So there are 3 different decks of cards, and the decks have different quantities of hats on the back. So this is the 1 hat, this is the 2 hat.
Nice.
Then there's the 3 hat. You're going to shuffle each deck individually, and then you're going to make a market that has 3 cards for each of these deck types. Whoop. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle these. And then Steve is going to make a market for that one.
I mean, Newton's laws are very important in space.
Yeah.
Just gonna say that.
You're going to be the market master, so... Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. No, if we need to put out more, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we don't need to see the deck. You can have the deck off camera.
Yeah.
And we can actually... John's board doesn't need to be that in the frame. So we can do this. Okay. Okay. Almost done with setup. 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 Okay. So you're just going to do 3 of these, and you kind of want to make sure you have space for them because you might put more of these out during a round. There's those. Okay. Last type of card. You have Master Cards. So, if you're playing your first game, they recommend that you just deal 4 randomly out to everybody. If you're playing future games and you know what the heck you're doing, they recommend that you deal 4 to everyone and then you draft until everyone has 4 drafted. We have played once, but we're playing live on the internet, so we're just going to deal 4 out. And what we get is what we get. And these are kind of like bonus cards, some in-game point cards.
Oh, I don't. Oh no, I know one of these 4. They're all real people with real birthdays and death days.
And then there's an apple, and that apple is the first player marker. So there you go. Okay, that's set up.
Have a bow and arrow.
And now you know how to play. You don't know how to play. You know how to set up. There we go. All right.
Is that fine? I think that's probably fine.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly tweet that we have it set up, and I'm gonna teach it now. I'm just gonna quote tweet to save time. Because if people want to know how the game plays, we're there now. Okay. So, super straightforward. By straightforward, I mean, yeah. I kind of did a Twitter thread on this, like how this works. I'm going to go with this camera so we have a little bit more room and things are a little bit more zoomed in. So what's going to happen is this game is going to take place over 6 rounds. Okay? And every round, every player is going to get 5 turns. And on your turn, you will play a card from your hand. It's really straightforward. So all of the cards have 2 elements. They have the top part and they have the bottom part. The bottom part denotes what basic action you're allowed to take that turn. So the symbol on the bottom part of the card that you play is the basic action you can activate and take that turn. Okay? And there are 5 basic actions. And I'm going to go through every one of them, so stick with me. The trick is, when you play a basic action, I'm going to like carefully put my board on frame. When you play a basic action to your desk, because every round when you play a card, you're going to play 1 card and you're going to play it to your desk, you gain strength for the bonus action, the basic action that you've played, by how many of that symbol are already on your desk. So at the beginning of the game, forever and always, I have on this player board a technology spot on my desk. So for my first turn, if I was to play the card that has the technology boost, I would actually get the basic action of technology with a strength of 2, which is fantastic. If on a future turn, I had this card already in my hand, I played this one, I now would take a technology basic action of strength 3. Okay? And there are ways in the game where you can acquire these drawers, which allow you to permanently modify your desk to have more of these bonuses. Because at the end of every round, all of the cards that you've played for that round are going to come back to your hand, with the exception of 1 card. At the end of every round, so let's pretend that this is what has been played. At the end of every round, every player selects 1 card that they've played this round, and they tuck it under their player board in the appropriate slot for what round they just completed. And then they take all of their cards that they played, and they put them back into their hand so they can play with them again on future rounds. But that card that is tucked, you tuck it so that it's in frame of the shot. You tuck it right here, and that symbol that is still visible still counts towards your strength. So you're going to basically allow yourself to focus on one of the basic actions so you can get better and better and better at it, which is kind of cool. I really like that mechanic. So you're always going to be improving your strength in at least one area every round with this card tucking that you have to do. But if that card that you tuck had a bonus action on the top part of the card, you're losing that for the rest of the game. That is tucked, that is hidden, okay? And that doesn't have any meaning for you right now, but just know that it's a sacrifice. Okay? So that's like the main driving mechanic of the game. So I'm going to now talk about each of the different, actions. So let's do that. The first one that makes the most sense is, how do you get more cards? It's a great question.
How do you get more cards?
So the way that you get more cards is you do the lessons action. So the lessons action is the graduation cap, okay? So when you play the lessons card to your desk, the strength of that lesson is the number of lesson symbols that are available. So by default, you'll have at least strength 1. The strength is which deck pool you get to draw cards from. And I totally stole one of the cards. Which one did I steal? I stole this one from here. So there are 3 cards available. Oh, we need starting money. I forgot about that. Setup's not done. Yeah. Everybody gets starting money. $2.
I was going to mention that, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
So for lessons, the strength of your lesson is which deck you can draw from. So if I have lesson strength 1, I can only draw from these 3 cards because I have lesson strength 1. If I have lesson strength 2, I can draw from the cards from this deck. So these 3 are my options. If I have lesson strength 3, I can draw from there. Even if I have excess lesson points, so if I had lesson strength 4, I still may only draw from lesson strength 3. You can't draw multiple cards. You can only draw 1 card by default. And you can always draw less. So even if I had lesson strength 3, I could be like, no, I want lesson strength 1. I really want this card. So I could take this card. It could be mine, but I'm wasting any of the excess lesson strength that I have. Okay? So that is taking cards. When you take cards, you just put them straight into your hand, and you're good to go. And you can play them on a future turn, and it's fine. But that is your lesson turn, is you play the card and you just add it to your hand. Okay? Lessons are very straightforward. So, next up, let's talk about working, because working is really easy too. So working has the ruler and the pencil, that is its symbol. When you work, you move the number of spaces on this track equals the amount of work that you have. It's very straightforward. So if I had 2 work, I would go 2 spaces, and I get 2 coin. So for every space that you move on the work track, you get coin. If you decide to move less, you only gain for how much you move. So if I had work strength 4, but I only moved 2, I would only get 2 coins. And that's important. The reason why you might want to move less is to gain the benefits of these bonus tiles that are on the board. This one's printed on the board. You must end your movement on the tile, or on the space. You would still gain coins for stopping there, but you have to end your turn there. So if I were in this situation, if I had strength 3 for working, but I really wanted to go here, I would have to sacrifice and go only 2. So I'd only get 2 coins, but I'd end my turn here, so I'd actually gain the benefit of this tile. This tile, which is a great benefit, by the way, this tile allows me to get the research action drawer, and I get this drawer and I add it to my player board, and it's there for the rest of the game or until I get rid of it. So that's actually a really good one. I would probably want to stop there, okay? This one allows me to hire a new student, which we'll talk about in a minute, and I get 5 coins, right? So that is the work track. In general, anywhere in this game, you must, if it is a square or a hexagonal tile, to gain the benefit, you must stop on it. You must end your movement there, okay? So that is the work track, and also tiles. At the very end of the work track, there is an objective. If I got all the way down here, I can overspend to get there. The excess is lost, right? But so if this situation, if I had 3 work, I would go 1, 2, I would get 2 points. I have ended my turn here. But I can only move on to this spot if I can satisfy the objective that is in the arrow pointing at the objective, which is just out of frame. There we go. So I need to have 3 green books and 1 blue book at least on my desk to be able to move my spot onto there when I do a worker action. So what it means when it says that I have to have those books there is because I can play cards to my desk. Remember, some of those cards have bonus or special ability things on them, which include books. So in this case, on my desk, I have a blue book and a green book. So I'm like halfway to that condition. There are certain like really nice cards that give you a bunch of books. So if this was my desk when I took that work action, I would meet the condition. And then I would be able to say, this piece would stay here for the whole game. And at the end of the game, any pieces that you have on in-game objectives will allow you to score those in-game objectives. So that's how you get onto in-game objectives, and I'll talk about the different ones in the future. For this game, I get 5 points for every artifact I've visited on this map, which is how those are linked. So that is the work track and a little bit about in-game objectives. There we go. It's really hard to teach this game because everything like locks into everything else. So it's one of those things where it's like, this affects this way, but you don't know about that thing yet. So there you go. Cool. That's working. The next one is research. So the tech tree. So technology. So that one is a gear. The strength of your technology action allows you to move your student. So everybody starts with one student. You can add more students to the board by paying to put the student there. It's going to cost you 5 money to put a student there. Or certain tiles on the board will allow you to put students there. So like this one will let you get 5 money and put a student on the board. This tile, if you go here on the map, will let you put a student on the board. You can always just pay to put a student. So yeah, but when you have technology, you move your student the number of spaces equal to the strength of the technology you have. If you want to gain the benefit of one of the income tiles, which are those small square tiles, you must end your movement there. And then you gain the income tile depicted, and at the end of the round, you will gain the income depicted every round that you have that tile on your player board. So there you go. That's the square ones, the small square ones. The little circle ones, if I had strength 3, let's say, I would go 1, 2, 3. If you pass over any of the circle ones, you actually pick it up, you gain what's depicted immediately, and you gain it. These little tiny circle ones are the only ones that you gain immediately, and you just walk over. You don't have to stop on these. But they're removed from the board, so there's a little bit of a race element for like trying to get those first. Stars are points, coins are coins, and potions are potions. So this one, with the hole cut out, is you have to end your movement there. You gain what's depicted. So in this case, I would get 6 points and a potion. Potions allow you to... They're a second source of income? More like currency. Potions are a second currency that you can use to help you with your research, which I'll talk about in a minute. So that's basically it for this board. The one caveat is your student may never move backwards. So if your student ends up in a dead end where there's like a little line and there's no trees or no path going off, you can never have your student go back and out. Like your student is now there. Your student has committed their life to that branch of research and they're never growing as a student anymore.
Kind of realistic, I guess. Yeah,
it's really harsh. But if you end up like on a fork in a road, when you're at the fork, you can decide which way you go. You don't have to stop at the fork. So if I had 4 movement, I would go 1, 2, 3, and then I could be like, 4. But once you take a fork in the road, you can never go back. This track.
So this is academia.
This is academia. This technology track is like very harsh and very brutal. It's academia. There are a few dead ends. There's a dead end here. There's a dead end over here. And then there are 4 objective dead ends. The 4 objective dead ends are the same as this dead end up here, where you have to meet the criteria pointing at the objective before your student is allowed to move on to that space. And once you have a student on that space at the end of the game, you'll gain points depicted for the condition on the tile. So this one is you will get 3 points, max 15 points for every university your master has visited on this board. This one is for every 2 pairs of for every pair of cards that you have available to you at the end of the game, not including your starting cards, you will get 3 points, max 15. This one is for every 3 books you have shelved, you will get 4 points, which is like a lot of points, really. Because shelving books is super important. And then this one is for every little bonus circle you've picked up in the game, you will get 2 points, max 17 points. Yeah. So that is the tech tree. I will talk briefly about this space and this space, because the workspace had one and this one has one. It's a dead end for students. This symbol means that if you go there or you intern there, you get to play one of your 4 master cards that you started the game with. And these cards will give you bonuses that turn. Sometimes they give you bonus actions, but most all of them will give you in-game bonus points just for having played them. So they're kind of like nice little bonus moves, bonus turns. So that is the technology track. Then we have the world map. So your master is the only one allowed to travel the world, and moving around the world is very similar as moving on the tech tree. So to move your master, you must play the compass action. Boop boop. And the number of compasses that you have on your desk at the turn is how far your master may move. If your master moves over a spot that has one of the little circle discs, you pick it up and you gain the bonus immediately. If your master moves along a route that has a money amount, you must spend that money amount to move that way. It's the costs incurred. There's some water routes. There's some land routes. If you want to gain the bonus of one of the square tiles, you must end your turn there. If you end your turn at a location, you get to take one of your little cubes from your player board. You start from the... You must remove all the cubes from the right side, and then you work from the top down on the left side of the cubes. So these are the cubes, and you work them this way, right? So I would take this one, and I would put it here, because I ended my turn here, and I gain the bonus. When you put a cube on one of the square tiles, you gain the bonus depicted. If you already have a cube on a square bonus, you can't put a cube there. You can't visit it again. You've only been there once, so you can only get each of these bonuses once per game. If you start removing cubes to where you are removing the last 4 cubes on your board, you gain the points immediately depicted next to the cube that you are removing. Okay? So that's the master track. And mostly you just move him around to get cubes off your boards for points, and to, see the world and stuff. And to gain bonuses that are scattered throughout the map. And also, maybe for objectives, because remember we already have 2 objectives out that care about where your masters have been. But more importantly, you move your master around to help with research, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. I want to point out really quickly, there is one more spot on this map that allows you to play one of your master cards. You have 4 master cards, and there are only 4 ways to play master cards, and you can only play 1 master card per each of the ways. So if you want to play all your master cards, you got to do all the things. So this is how you do it on this board. In addition, there is 1 objective tile on this map. It is up here. This one is for every student so for every student that's at a dead end, we would get 4 points for this objective. So the only other thing on this map is there is a medical income. So the first time you go to one of the cities that has the medical research institution tile, which is this one, there's 2 of those. The first time you go to one of those tiles, when you put your cube down, you gain the little medical income, and you put it on your player board. And there are little spots on your player board. I should point these out. There's little spots on your player board, right? There's 5 of them, because there's 5 different maximum ways, of little incomes you can get. The second time you go to one of those cities, so that when you go to the second one, you put another marker down, and then you flip that income side, so now you get 3 points around instead of 2 points. Or, sorry, 3 points instead of 1 point. So that is the only other gotcha on that board. This is a lot, I know. One last thing, the most important thing, research. So the research action has the book on it, and the research action allows you to shelf books. So, I gotta bring this back up. So when you shelf books, every player has a bookshelf, and it's the same layout on all of our boards. And we're trying to fill this up. So we take books from, and we must always take from the topmost stack when you take the shelving action. And the strength of your research, so if I played a research card and I only had one of those symbols on my desk, I'd only have strength 1. That means I can only play a book to the first row on my board. In addition, to play the book, I need to have on my desk, I need to meet the requirements of the books depicted, or I need to have traveled to the location depicted to cover it. So if we were playing and I had this situation and I played the research strength 1, I could say, oh, I have research strength 1, so I can do one thing here. I have been to Krakow, and so I can cover this location that wants me to have gone to Krakow. Okay? On future turns, say I have this going on. I play another research action. I now have research strength 2, so I could play on the second shelf, the second row, or I could play on the first, because you can always play weaker. And I have 2 blue books on my desk and a green book, so I would take the book and I could cover up one of the spots. I could cover up this spot, which wants 2 blue books, or this spot, which wants 1 blue book.
Or the spot which wants 1 green book.
Mm-hmm. Or the spot that just wants 1 green book. You know, but maybe I just do that, right? There you go. So that's research. Why do you want to do research? Because there are sections, so this is a little easier. So when you fill up a column completely that's depicted, if it has an arrow on the end, that's you will gain that income at the end of the round for that filled column. So if this column was filled, I would get 2 points at the end of every round from that round forward during the income phase. This big one up here that I was working towards, if I filled up this one, at the end of every round, I would get 6 points from income. So it's like a tile placement puzzle game that you're trying to fill up. In addition, when you take a book off of your book stack, if it reveals an icon, you gain what is revealed immediately. So I would gain 4 coins in this instance, which is like not, there we go. So yeah. So that is the research action. And that is all of the basic actions. There's one more card that has an action symbol, and that card is the Joker. And the Joker does not count as any symbol, but you can use it when you play it as any symbol. So if you play your Joker card, you say what it is, and it counts as 1 strength, but only for the round that you play it. So if I played this on my first round, so let's do this. So if I played this on my first round and I said it was technology, I would have strength 2 technology. But on a future round, if I played my technology card, the Joker no longer counts as technology, it's just a Joker, so I would only still have 2 strength technology, 1 from my base and 1 from the card I just played. The Joker would not count as technology any longer. So that's the Joker card. If you tuck your Joker card under your player board, it is basically worthless. You don't get any bonus from the Joker card being tucked, but you didn't have to tuck one of your other cards. So maybe that's a benefit for you. I don't know. Did I miss? Oh.
Potions?
The last way, yes, potions. The last way to play your master is the 3rd book stack on your player board will reveal the 4th and final master card play slot. So it is the 4th and only other way to play the 4th master. So, potions. Potions, if you have potions, you can discard 1 potion per book to meet a book requirement for either an objective or for shelving your books for doing research. In addition, you can discard 3 potions to ignore the requirement of having visited a physical location. So there you go. That is what potions are for. There's a couple anytime actions that you can do. Some make more sense than others at certain times. You can always pay 3 gold to get a potion. You can always pay 5 gold to get a new student. And then this one I like a lot for lessons. You can always pay 1 gold to put 2 new lesson cards out from any deck that you want. Because the lesson cards do not replenish until the next round. So at the end of the round, every player will tuck a card. They take all your cards back into your hand. And then you gain income according to your player board. So any income tiles that you've picked up and put on your board, you will gain income from that. And then any rows that you've completed, rows or columns that you've completely shelved, you will gain income for those as well. So if you're Steve and you filled out this entire section of your board, you get 27 points a round when you do that. So there you go. Speaking of Steve, we've lost a Steve.
We have.
Whew! That took 25 minutes to teach. 24 minutes.
Not bad.
There we go.
Good job.
Whew. Okay. Any questions? I will stop cheating.
Nope.
Okay. The other bonus action I didn't mention is you can spend once per turn, you can spend 2 coins to increase the strength of a basic action by 1. But you can only do that once. So I couldn't just be like, oh, I'm going to spend 8 coins to get +4 strength. You can't do that. You can only increase it once per round. Oh, Ichi's barking. If you have any confusions about the symbols, there's a whole symbol page in the book. So if you're learning this game from this video, I hope this was helpful. The last page of the rulebook has all of the MasterCards really well described, and the last couple pages before that have all the symbols described. So. Alright. So, Steve's not here, so I guess I should go first. I don't want to.
Do you want me to go first?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
I love no siesta.
I'm going to play a research card. What's those are? Research?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to boost it by paying $2. Whoa. To go here. Which gets me my $2 back. And a potion.
Clever John.
I'm done.
Doing his clever things.
It's your turn.
Do you want to put it on the board?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's go into play mode.
There you go.
I think that I'm going to travel to Learning Town.
That was confusing.
There you go. You're gonna go for a lesson. Okay.
That goes into my hand.
Yeah, Steve acquired a lesson card. And so it's important to note we do not refill the lesson deck once he takes.
Someone has to pay to refill.
Yep. Okay, So I'm going to do a lesson as well of Strength 1 to acquire this technology boosting card. For no reason whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
It's not like I wanted that card.
Hi, David, over on YouTube.
I
was busy teaching.
I think I'm starting to regain consciousness.
Were you unconscious at one point? Did I miss that?
Oh, no, I was napping.
I'm going to pay $1 to put 2 cards out.
I'm pretty tired. Level 1s?
Yeah.
Money. And potion for money and point.
Ooh.
Or point. These are like similar ideas here.
I will go and get a card, and I think the card I'll take is... I'll take just the money one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Just trying to go for the Wheel of Fortune.
I think we all got what you were trying to go for.
Yeah, that was the goal. I'm glad you picked up on it.
I thought it was Plinko.
Oh, yeah.
I could have been good. Yeah.
I'm also going to Learning Town again. And I'm going to learn...
That wasn't Wheel of Fortune. That was
The Price is Right.
That was the Price is
Was
Right
it
wheel.
Price is Right?
That was the Price is Right wheel.
Didn't the Wheel of Fortune wheel also... Oh,
no, it did a dot. It did a...
Oh, it was a boop.
It did the boop.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Price is Right wheel was the ticking one.
Yeah.
That would, yeah.
Great. What you doing for your turn?
You did it.
I did it.
Oh, you did it. You're already done.
Yeah, I traveled to Learning Town where I could learn about traveling.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
I'm sorry, I should use the actual terminology in the game.
I'm going to do a technology boost. So because I have technology on my board, so I have technology for strength 2. And I'm purely doing this for a learning purpose. To depict that you can have 2 players at any time together on a save. I'm not racing him anywhere. I'm just doing this for a learning. You can have 2 players on the same spot at any time. That's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was actually a really bad move for what I was planning to do. I just doing it to show you, the viewers at home.
All right.
So helpful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, it's your turn. Are you gonna help show the viewers at home how things work?
Sure. I'll do this, which will give me $1 because of the bonus. Which
Yep.
You can't see.
Yep.
Which, did we ever determine if that happens before or after?
The bonus, you do it whenever you would like.
Okay.
You have to play the card before you do anything on your turn.
Right.
But then you can choose what you want to do in whatever order. Yeah.
So I got strength 2 now since I played 2 research cards.
So you're gonna go that way, right? You're just gonna go.
So I'm gonna go up.
Oh,
to
darn.
there.
That's fine.
I mean, we're not racing to there, but
we're not. We're racing for the other thing.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine.
And then, so it's a question mark, so I gotta choose one of these.
Which is an amazing power, by the way.
Amazing power, which is why I raced right towards it. I didn't think as far as to which one I wanted, though. So I think I will take... let's get better at traveling.
That's a good call. Traveling's important. Steve, turn.
So you say.
I mean, it is your turn.
So you say. I'm also going to travel, which is going to get me money. And a book. That was $2. Funny how that happens. I'm going to travel 2 spots. And I'm going to travel first to Paris.
I'm going to tell the internet we're playing, because some people don't want to know the rules. They just want to watch.
And then to here, I'm going to get a student.
Very nice.
Yay! I made Danny buy a caper, and by made him, I took him by the booth and was like, you need to buy this. And he played it with Derek today, and they really liked it!
Oh, that's good.
Yay! Okay.
It's 2-player drafting. It's nice when something works at a player count that doesn't always work at a player count. Or isn't always made for a player count.
Okay. I am going to do technology. To go to the amazing spot of amazing. And I too shall get the travel bonus spot.
And then, surprise, surprise.
Yep.
I'm playing my Joker, which I'm going to count as a research action. To bounce to there. To pick up this, I'm going to use 1 less. That does give me another research assistant.
Yep.
And then I get 2 points. And then a learning of 3, which I will take those book-heavy one.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. It's a good early game one. Oh, it doesn't refill. It's so hard not to refill.
Yep.
Alright, Steve, your turn. So, there's a thing you should know about Steve, Internet. If you've watched these streams, you know this. If Steve is presented with a player board and some tiles that go on said player board, Steve's entire purpose in life becomes filling that player board. Even if that's not a point of the game. Like, what game were we playing and you were, like, trying really hard to fill it and it wasn't even, like, relevant to the game?
I remember that. It was,
Was it Raja?
No.
He did that with Raja the Ganges, though.
Yeah.
I can't deny my nature.
Which is to fill player boards with tiles.
Yeah.
I forget which one it was, but we were playing a game and he was just going really heavy on the player board, even though it wasn't necessarily the best decision.
Right.
I can't remember.
It
but
was not.
So Steve likes this game because there's a board, and it's his, and he has tiles that he puts on the board. And so Steve, this game has a solo, so I'm pretty sure now that Steve has played this board and knows that this is what this is about.
I'm actually.
I might just come home one day.
I'm gonna do work and get.
And he'll just be playing this by himself, trying to fill that board. That's what he does.
You can only fill 12 spaces, and these 12 are the one that get you the most points.
So now he's just gonna do that every game. He just
well, no, I'm gonna try to maybe do other stuff this game because that's.
I'm gonna travel. I'm going traveling. So I'm gonna go up here. So I'm gonna go 1, and then I'm gonna go 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't make any sense. I'll go here. So I gain 2 points and a potion.
Use your potion.
And my 2 points, thank you.
Points.
And I can say that I have visited the Purple University of 5 in Leipzig.
Is that really what it's called?
Sure, yeah, it's the Purple University of 5 in Leipzig. Have you not been there? You haven't been there. Let me tell you.
Okay, is this one of those like franchise fly-by-night universities where they've got little franchises all over the world?
That's what I was gonna do.
Well, I beat you to it. You beat me there, I beat you there.
Yep.
This is all that matters. Indeed.
Indeed.
Did you mention also we're gonna wipe all these cards at the end of the round?
I forgot. So we will wipe all of the cards that are out at the end of the round, and then we put new ones out.
Yeah.
So.
And then if a deck runs out, we reshuffle the discard for one of those specifically. So if nobody takes these, they're going to be gone until we reshuffle.
I'm just gonna do a book action. I have book power 2, so on to second row.
Ah,
Alright.
good idea,
Oh,
John.
that was me.
I'll do the same. Hey, I will also do a book action. But I only have power 1, so I will pay 2 to boost it to level 2, which I think I didn't do once last game. But I'm going to go on the one of each book.
I still have cheated. There we go.
So that's a me.
Yeah, I don't think anybody worked last game except for me, which kind of says something. I will... I was definitely going to do a thing, and now I'm thinking I definitely shouldn't do that thing. Indeed. I will do a book action. And I will be shelving my 2 blue book. And I'm going to put yellow side out.
Very nice.
So that is the round. So each of us will pick one of our cards to tuck. I'm going to tuck my basic technology. So I am like tech all the time. And then everything else goes back into our hands. And then none of us has income yet, so nobody gets income.
I think I want to do learning.
And then, Steve, if you would please flush all of the cards just down the toilet.
This is...
And put new ones out.
This game... There's not that many of them.
Everything's a legacy game now. Just throw it in the trash. What is it? Was it Hatsuden? Hatsuden. We were playing Hatsuden, and in the game, if you can't play a card, it's just like throw it in the trash. Like it literally says throw it in the trash. And I was just like, I love you, Google Translate. Like.
What was it? I saw that. Is there Machikoro Legacy?
Yeah, Machikoro Legacy. Coming out from Rob Davio and J.R. Honeycutt, the Legacy Game Masters. Yeah. Yep. JR's been working on that for about 3 years now, I think.
I mean, they do have a legacy of making this.
Okay, Steve goes first, and I regret that
Just say nothing.
he will be unavailable to play the rest of the night after this turn.
Holy.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to do a learning, and I'm going to get the pay 3 money to shelve an extra book card, because that's awesome.
That's your favorite card.
I mean, I wasn't planning on covering the whole board this game, but the cards just came out for it.
It's just every game he might as well. Okay. So it's really important in this game to make sure you do lessons, because if you don't do lessons... You won't have cards for future turns, which is a problem. So I am upset at my options.
They're terrible.
They're not great.
My options were great.
Yeah, you're good. Could I spend $2 to
The way he's put the cards with the ducks confused my brain. I was like, wait, those are 2 power? Those are really powerful. They're not.
Here.
There, yeah. Okay. Great. Cool. By cool, I mean not at all. I am going to go ahead and go... Yeah, sure. I'll pay $1 to put 2 more level 1 cards out, please. Senor Kairos. Can you put 2 more level 1 cards?
Yes.
What are you looking at? Because I can tell you, and then the internet might want to know too.
I was looking up that bonus.
So that one, when you take a bonus tile that turn, you double it.
And it's a gear, so it's
with
that.
Yeah, with that action.
Yes.
So you get $6 or $6.
Is that my turn?
No, it's not at all.
Okay.
I don't like what you drew. Can you draw more?
Damn, look at all those work ones.
2 more, please. John knows what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Yes!
There
Just
you
I don't even
go.
care what it is. Just give it. I just needed that.
Yep.
You needed more learning.
I didn't even put... Sorry, I was doing the lesson action.
Yep.
I should have put that down. I was doing the lesson action to try and get lessons. And I did. I succeeded.
I'm gonna gear it for $1. I'll pay $2 though to boost.
Level 3 gear.
Level 3 gear to land there, which will get me money income.
Yep, so John now gets $2 every round.
I am actually going to Joker.
You're such a joker.
And I'm going to get a level 3 tech, and it is going to be the...
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, double the bonuses
Yep.
you pick up.
I'm going to lessons for strength 2, and I'm going to pick up the working action, please. Mama? Thanks, Shane.
I'm gonna...
So my glasses are a little dirty, and there's a word in the chat that if you can't see the top of it, looks like... And I was like, how is that getting past filters? The word is tucking, is what they're saying. But I was thinking it was something else.
Space Base.
Yeah, Space Base has tucking. And I was like, wait, Space Base has what?
Lagrania has lots of tucking also.
I can see Lagrania having more of that. Than
yeah, for sure. I was like, yeah, anyway. Anyway.
It's your turn?
No,
it's John's turn.
And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Do I have enough actions to do
A really easy way to see whose turn it is look at how many cards are on someone's desk.
Oh yeah, I was doing that last game.
I'm going to gear it again.
Whoa.
To go there to get 2 income.
It's the income track.
Yep.
It's the way to do it if I had money. Which I'm going to work on getting now.
Well, I'm going to do a technology as well. I'm going to go here, which is going to get me 2 points and $2 because of my Dublin.
Very nice. And don't forget to take the...
actually take the tile.
It's important.
Yep.
That's important.
This game.
Okay. I'm going to do some work. Not a lot of people in this industry do work. I'm going to do work. So I'm just going to do work, and I get a coin. It's hard to earn that coin.
I'm also going to work. Hey, look, we're all working.
Working for something. Alright, I don't remember that song.
Working for the weekend.
That's it. We're working for the weekend. Oh, the weekend. I haven't had a weekend in so many weeks.
Yeah. Do you have one this weekend?
I do.
Nice.
It's my first weekend in several weeks. Because we had Gen Con, and then we had pre-D&D summer camp, and then we had...
It's my aunt's birthday on Saturday. She's like, all I want to do is just play games all day. I'm like, I can do that for you.
Yes. You will make that sacrifice.
I will do it. It's going to be hard, but...
Yeah. It's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, if you need any help or support...
Good to know.
Let me know.
Yes.
Let's do some technomology.
Technologic. Did you... Nope, sorry. Did you just cheat? No.
What? No.
You moved it back, forward.
He started to move.
Yeah,
Okay.
I started to move.
He
and
did
then
not take his fingers off of it yet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he put it back, yeah.
Zip, 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 zip.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough choice.
So, what Steve is deciding, if Steve moves his student here, he's locking and committing his student to a life of just nothing else, and he'll be here. Otherwise, Steve can move his student up, get some points, get some potions, get some more points, and have that student work towards in-game scoring for him.
But the other student could move up there.
But the other student back here could do it. So, you know, what's sacrificing one student in the prime of their graduate school careers? Right?
I mean, yeah.
Standing on the shoulders of giants. Or interns. Either way. Grad students? Grad students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant interns.
John, do you have any games planned for Saturday?
Let's see. She loves the unlock games, so we'll probably do one of those. I think we have the Tombstone Express one. Is that
the train one?
The train one?
Yeah, it's the only one we have left to do too.
We have not done that one yet.
You done?
Yeah.
You got your 6 points?
She's also a big Ticket to Ride fan.
Do you want to borrow the New York one? It's really fun.
Yeah?
It's super fast.
Sure.
It's
That could
super
be
crazy
fun.
fast.
It's 2 to 4 players, but it plays great at 2.
Okay.
And it just plays very fast. It's very tight and cutthroat.
You're doing
It's very cutthroat.
Yeah,
transit methods.
She loves the
on,
cutthroat.
She's gonna really like it. You can totally borrow it.
It's the
I'm
island of
working for
Manhattan.
2.
You're doing taxis and buses and
Nice.
stuff, so the card art is different.
Yeah.
We were gonna stream it tonight if John didn't come over, but John came over, so instead we're playing this great game.
Yay!
I'm excited.
Books. I have 3
Man.
rings.
We haven't played Lowlands yet. We have it. But I'm just gonna say, out of the like main big Euros that came out in this like season, the Q3 is Q3 still?
It is Q3.
Yeah, the Q3 season, like, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Cumbria is really good.
Yeah.
Newton's really
I like
good.
Newton, yeah.
I haven't played Lowlands yet, but like people are really liking Lowlands.
Mhm.
It's like some really good stuff.
Yeah.
This year. And usually we don't get good like heavy Euros until Q4 at Essen.
Right.
So this is like a nice summer like influx of Euro. I'm liking it. I'm liking these partnerships with Euro companies.
Yeah, it's nice having them spread out instead of like the slam.
Yeah.
Essen Euro season.
Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, I will just navigate and I will just go there to some. Okay.
So now I have some money, but not enough money, which sucks for me. So I'm gonna get more money. So I'm gonna use my Joker card. So I have strength 3 for work.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, which is sadly 1 short for getting there. But I get 3 more coins. So I'm gonna take a 5 and put 2 back. So now I have enough to do what I want on future turns for now.
Do some book learning. Wait, no. Don't need to do book learning. Sorry. Let's do some things. Let's get 2 more cards out there because we don't have quite enough on level 1.
2 more level ward cards?
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, look at that.
2 learnings.
Oh.
Do you want a green or a blue?
I'll take blue. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the round. So everybody has to check a card. I'm gonna talk work because I've been working for that weekend. Ugh. And then everything else goes back to our hands. And now I'm the first player. I'll wait for Steve to decide though what he's doing because he's still thinking.
I will tuck technology. Technology.
And then I get income.
Yes, John gets income now.
I'll take $2 and 2 points.
Very nice.
How'd you get 8 points? Oh, because you got the 6.
Yeah, he got the 6 one. Okay, on that delightful note, I am going to commit some students to science. So I'm going to do technology. I'm going to pay 5 to get a student out there.
Oh, is this a new round?
Yes.
'Cause this is-
Oh yeah, wipe that. So I'm gonna get a new student out there, and the student has 3. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 to get this 2 technology coin or this 2 income.
Welcome to the income track.
Mm.
Oops. Oh no.
Is it gone forever?
No.
Damn it!
Sorry.
I was hoping it was gone forever.
I'm gonna travel. I have a travel of 2, but I do need to travel to. I'll travel to the 5 city.
It's the Purple 5 University
To
in
Purple 5.
Leipzig. It's very important.
Do we get like degrees from these cities, or we're just like visiting?
I think we're just like guest lecturing.
Yeah. Maybe like an honorary degree.
Yeah, honorary degree.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we're collecting at these places.
Is it probably my turn?
It is your turn, yes.
Alright, I'm going to study. And level 2 study. And I'm going to study books and money. I'm going to study pie and money.
It's important to study pie. Suze would appreciate and support your studying of pie. I am going to... I'm going to do some traveling. And that traveling, I have travel strength 2. But I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use 1 to go to the 4 university. And I have to pay a coin to do it. Bumpy mountain roads.
I will book learn. I have power of 2. I will learn here because I have visited the 5 city, and it gets me a potion.
Oh, nice. I see what you're doing. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm going to do more learning again, and I will do some technological level 3 learning.
That's a nice one.
It's such a good card.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to do some work, and that work appreciates the blue books I have, so I get 2 points, which is nice.
Very nice.
And I'm actually going to underwork. I could work for 2, but I'm just going to work for 1. So I get a
book.
In my drawer.
Let's see. I should probably get something from there. Let's get... What's that power over there? For the travel. Is that move to any circle? Pay $2 to move to any circle?
Maybe.
Which would be very nice.
Ooh, Cash Liam got brass.
Oh. Have you played brass?
Not yet. We had a copy
Any
for 4
free
years.
village with a silver or gold border without bonus tokens, either before or after performing basic travel.
So the blue
that's a
is
teleport.
silver, but yeah.
I'll take that. $2.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had brass for 4 years. We never played it.
Yeah.
I finally was like, we're either going to play it or get rid of it tomorrow. And we got rid of it.
So I'm going to do a technology, and I am actually going to boost it by paying $2. So I'm going to go all the way to here, which gives me income.
Don't forget your tile.
Tile. Ah, the income tile.
tile. Okay. I can do a... I'm going to do some book learning to put the book on the 4 block university, which I visited this turn.
I also do some book learning. I've got 1 of each color.
Yep. Very nice.
So that completes my 5 row.
If you go over a bonus token, you pick it up.
The circle ones, yes.
Circle.
It's only the circle ones. Everything else you have to, like, stay on.
Right.
Let's do that. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, pick that up, and because I used that one, it's doubled, so I get $4.
Very nice. Yeah.
That's very, very nice. Okay, so my final action of the round, I will, I'm gonna get some learning done, and I will learn me some... Oh, interesting. Oh, I only have learning of power 1? That's awful. Why do I only have learning of power 1? That's awful. I'll take some more learning. That seems like a really smart idea. I'll take the orange book. I don't have an orange book yet. Okay.
What do I want to do? Let's get some money. So I get about a buck. Move twice. $3 more.
And then I am going to shelve books with no bonus, but I'm going to boost it for $2. I'll go there because I've been to number 6.
You only have level 2 though.
Oh, can I boost it twice?
No, just
No.
once.
Only boosted once.
Oh.
Cheating, Steve? Cheating, Steve.
Do you want your $2 back?
Keeps cheating because he's cheating, Steve.
I can put it on.
Do that one, I guess. Yeah. So I'll take the $2 back.
Okay.
Alright.
So, Chuck.
Yep.
Oh, I had a level 2 book. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I get $2 and
I get $2. I think we
everyone gets
all,
$2.
yeah.
Yay.
But John also gets 5 points.
I get 7 points.
What? Oh, yeah, because you picked up that one. Yep. Very nice. Crash Liam sold their Birmingham brass for $110, which was $10 more than what they paid for on the Kickstarter. So there you go. Yep.
Who's
Good
start
deal.
player? Is that you?
It was, yes. It is you.
Alright.
Oh. Things happen.
You have one job, Kairos.
The market master.
Market.
That is me.
Master.
I want to.
Wow, level 1 is all about work.
What's out there? Oh, jeez. I'll do some learning. Oh, wow. Pay $4, ignore. Does that ignore either the books or the location, or just location?
It says it was
It's a location.
yeah, city or ancient.
Yeah,
requirement.
or artifact. Ancient artifact.
Which do I have? Not that. Pay 1. 3 books is 4 points. Blue book. Can I get... I'll take the travel.
Travel potion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn stuff too. I'm gonna learn about making money while shelving books.
Learn stuff too. I like it. Okay, I guess I will. You give lessons. You're not learning. You give lessons, so other people learn from your wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I will give some lessons about how important it is to work. I guess Blue book, yeah, that one.
Travel. I get a potion. Pay $1 and go to the Black City.
I'm going to shelve books, so now I have 2. I have an orange out, so I can do that.
Very nice.
And I will get a potion by doing that. And I will get a coin.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to travel. I can travel 2, so I'm going to go 1, 2. And I'll leave a cube behind. And I can pay 2 coins to go to say I've been to an ancient artifact. So I will pay 2 coins to say that I've been to this place.
Very nice.
Totally been there. Totally know all about it. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
What was my plan? I had a plan. What was it? I will travel for. I got power 4, but I'll only use 3. I'll go 1, 2, 3. Get this. That'll get me $2. I spend $1. I'll get 1. I get a point. And I get one of those.
Okay. I'm going
It's not your
to
turn.
not take a turn.
I'm gonna shelve and get $2. Need to make a change. I'm gonna shelve because I've now value 3. I can do that.
Okay. I can, and I will, shelf, and I can shelf this purple university spot because I've totally been there, and I have strength 2. Oh, I won't be able to do that. Never mind.
Does this mean you need to have those to move on to it?
Yep.
Take that back. And yes, it does. I will not do that. Instead, I will cringe and play this work card. So I have work 2, so I can go 2, so I can get 2 coins, please.
There you go.
Thanks.
I will move. I'm going to pay $2 to move anywhere. So I'll go there to move here. Should I put one there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Spain's nice this time of year.
It's hot. It's muggy.
It's on the coast, though, so.
Yeah. Coastal breeze. It's a thing.
Alright, I'm gonna do this one. So technology of 2 and go 1, 2, and not doubles.
4 points, $2. Very nice. That's it?
That's it.
Okay. I will do work again. So I get 2 points because I have blue books. And then I have 3 work, so I can go 1, 2, 3. So I actually get 8 coins.
Nice.
And I have a new assistant out.
Very nice. You have all the monies.
Not as much as Steve.
I'm into... Oh, yeah. Get $1. And then boost this with $2. I have none of the monies. So I'll move 3. 1, 2, 3, which will give me $2 back.
Yep.
Shelving of 3, which will be right there.
I guess I'll do this. Just a regular shelve. I won't use the bonus, but I'll pay a potion to shelve here to say that I have a 3rd orange books.
Okay.
What?
If you did pay the 3 coins, you could shelf another thing.
I
Because
could,
that means you split.
but I haven't been to enough places to make it worthwhile.
Oh, and you don't have a thing. Okay.
I'd have to start putting garbage over here.
Oh, it's just garbage, he says. Just garbage. Cool. So I would shelf, but it doesn't give me any bonuses this round, which kind of sucks. For me. It sucks for me. But I have to tuck something at the end of the round, and I don't want to tuck any of the cards that I have. So I'm going to play... that one, which will give me 3 work. So I can do... If I did that, I'm committing him to a life of boring drudgery, but it's fine. So 1, 2, 3 to get 2 coins, and a shelving of 3, which is great. So even though I didn't want to shelve, I can still shelve. And I have 3 blue books out, so I'm going to do that one, which I didn't even need a shelving power of 3 to do, but I have done it.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah. Cool.
Took a card.
Tuck a card. What happened to my other potion? I didn't have another potion.
I get 10 points.
John's like, I'm winning.
I'll take 10.
Yes.
Not yet.
So John takes 10 points for his income.
And then I get $2.
Yep. And I get
I guess
$2.
we all get
as
$2.
well. Yeah, we all
Someone
get
want to change in? I guess I can do it.
I can do it too.
5.
Do you wanna-
2, 3. I'll give you 5 and give me 3.
Kyra's...
Doesn't have enough.
There you go. Okay, and now Steve goes up first.
Steve gets some points too.
Oh, but Steve has to do...
I talk.
Steve has to do his
Job.
one job, and Steve only gets 3 points.
Could you give me 10 too? Give me a chance. I'm blue, so the other way. I mean, I'm green.
I was like, yeah, you're blue. I did the right thing. There you go. Okay.
Can I start?
Who's first?
Steve starts.
Okay. What we got out there?
Oh, I was supposed to get a potion because I did that. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. On the map, does the master have to stay on the in-game point ribbon thing, or can you place a cube? You place a cube, but you have to end your turn there to place a cube. So yes, only the students have to stay on their dead-end research jobs. The master just, you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna learn, boost it for $2, and then I'm gonna take this thing, which is about
Boo.
awesome learning.
It's about awesome books. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 1 to have 2 more put out in the 3, please. Which means you're gonna have to shuffle. Sorry.
I think that's all the 3-level books though, right?
I'm doing learning.
Two more?
Mm-hmm. What's that end one?
You get to copy the immediate action of a card to the left.
That you've already done. It's just anyone that you've already played this round.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do the learning 2 books one. Which I have to pay 2 coins to be able to get a level 3. Oh, that one's really good, but I won't do it.
I'll pay $1 to get 2 more level 3s. Here. What is that? Oh, trash a card.
Yeah.
To get 4 points.
Yeah.
$2.
Play a card, specifically one from your hand, not one you've played this round.
Can I trash one of my starting cards?
Yes.
Which doesn't count for this, right?
Correct.
Interesting. Okay, I'll take it.
The trash one?
Yeah. I'm just gonna play this. No, it's a book. What am I doing? I'm gonna play this.
And pay 2.
And pay 2. Thanks.
Kara's turn.
I'm going to do some stuff
And
with the
things?
student.
Oh, with the student. Oh.
I'm going to pay 5 to get another student.
Questionable ethics.
And what I'm going to do is I have a movement of 3. I will pay 2 to boost it to a movement of 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just knock me over. That's fine. Just
sorry.
knock everyone.
I forgot to put a cube out for that. Just to say I can't do it again.
Yes.
Sorry.
And I need to pick a thing.
Technologic. Okay. So I will play me some book learning. So I get 2 coins, and I have a smarts. I have the book smarts of 3. So I get 2 coins. I'm gonna spend one of those coins putting 2 more cards out. I will totally take the traveling bonus one, which means I do need my change. Okay.
Okay. I would like to do a book learning.
Book learning.
Let's do some book learning there. And I have the 4 city. 4 city. Which gives me $4.
I'm going to do a travel action. I have power 2, but I'm just going to move 1. And I'm going to drop a token at Cordoba. And I get a book.
Okay. I'm gonna move 2. Steve's gonna make a massive mess behind me.
Still look.
I'm gonna discard this potion to get 3 points and a coin. And then I can move 2, so I can go 1, 2, so I pay a coin to get there, which doesn't do me any good. And it's John's turn.
I will.
You will.
Book a learn.
Learned you a book.
Which will give me that one. Is that 2 blues?
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Good one.
Steve's turn.
I'm gonna do teachy stuff, and I have a value of 3. I'll grab this one. That's what I want.
I'm gonna travel again. I now have a travel of 3, so I can get to Patty, and I can leave a cube. That's Patty.
I'm gonna book again. I've got level 4. I'll spend 2 potions because I only have 1 orange book. But that'll give me this.
All shelf. I have a strength of 2. Can pay 2 to boost it. Don't need to. I have 3, so I get a potion, and then I will put books here, and then I get 4 more books.
I'm gonna do some learning lessons. And I will pay to put the last 2 3s out. Sure, I'll take the pay $4 to ignore stuff on.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That's my turn.
Alright, I'm very excited about this turn.
Uh-oh.
It's not good for us.
It is not.
Excited about it.
Alright, I'm gonna play this. Which will let me trash this card. I'll get 4 points and $2.
The background behind the books on the player board was a different color than the book tiles. If you play with the book tiles flipped to see the player color, it's easier to see.
And in real life, it's really easy to see too.
Yeah, because they're 3D.
Yeah.
Do you just want to flip them?
Yeah. But yeah, we can flip them for the stream.
I don't think Steve and I are...
Yeah,
they're sort of on camera,
You
yeah.
can see mine now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get a technology tree of 3, which will do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting the MasterCards. These are
3
so
points.
powerful. You really gotta remember these.
And then I'll play Copernicus, which lets me... Is this on here? Lets me do a book action with ignoring the city cost, which I'll do that one, which unlocks another MasterCard, which I'll then travel for 3, dropping cubes along the way. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, which will drop me 2 cubes, and give me 3 potions.
Yep. That's 2 each.
And then MasterCards also have endgame points as well.
Yep. It's just the thing I forgot that they're worth. Okay. So we are going into our penultimate round. So it's the second to last round.
It's the last tuck.
It's the last tuck, though. Yes.
Tuck this book.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Let's see. 10, 20.
I still just get 2 iPhone.
Take 23 points.
I get 7.
52. Somebody went home and thought about this game.
I did.
I'll tuck my learning.
This is the last round.
This is
Yes.
the second to last round.
This is the last
No,
round.
this is
Oh, this is the last round. I was
tucked
wrong.
5.
Yeah.
This is the last round.
This needs to
Everything's awful!
restart.
Everything's better when you plan ahead.
So the first game, I very focused on like one thing, and then I focused on a secondary thing, and I did much better. In this game, I was like, I'm going to do a little bit of everything, and that was an awful, awful idea. It was completely awful. Led to nothing but heartache.
Yeah. Did everyone get their money income?
Oh, I didn't.
I got mine.
I don't know if I've been getting them.
You have. We've been giving them to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, why
okay.
do I have all this money?
Yeah.
I just don't think I've been getting money.
Did you get your point income?
I did not.
You
get more than that.
7 points.
Oh, no, I did. Sorry, I thought. I did get.
He did.
I was
he
thinking.
was on that corner.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
He was at 15 prior. So.
Okay.
Okay. But I like that you looked to me with that. Was he just cheating?
Like, what? I thought he wasn't
Yeah.
getting himself enough points, but I was gonna root for you.
Yeah.
No, I still have a couple to fill out.
Okay. So who goes first?
You do.
Me. The pressure. It's not gonna be well. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be great. I'm gonna do some book learning. Because that's the thing that I should do as a scholar. And I have a bunch of potions. By bunch of potions, I mean I have 1 potion! I will spend that potion to ignore the book costs so that I can do that green book. I'm gonna go back to my original goal, which is not a great goal, but I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna get a card. A card that I want. Oh, that's terrible. Let's see. I'll have to get 3 for that.
Did Xena finish hers and Ichi just says the only one?
No, it is still there.
Oh, okay.
Let me think about this here. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, just 1 second. 3. Yeah, let's do that. I'll take the learning one for the 1 green book.
This one?
Yeah. Thanks.
It's your turn.
that. And I'm gonna take this one.
Okay. I'm gonna do a researcher action. To have that person go there so I can play a master card. It's not a super exciting one. It's just Isaac Newton, the namesake of this game. It just gives me 2 greenbacks. Doesn't really do much. But 5 points at the end.
Let's see.
Don't you wish you had Sir Isaac?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Interesting. Okay. I do want to do that then, actually.
Our role-playing friend is writing me a role-playing adventure to do with my next D&D summer camp, and he was texting about it because he was wrapping it up. And he wants to know if we want to play through it on Saturday. So, that sounds like awesome for me. Hey, Tim!
Hard to determine at a glance for this. Like,
Well, the text ones don't count.
oh, they don't?
No.
Ooh.
They have to be available to you.
That changes everything.
Yeah, they have to be available to you.
Okay.
So they can be on your desk or in your hand.
So 1. That's not any points at all. 2.
It's not. I thought it was way more or less random, and then
Yep.
turns out it wasn't.
Well, in that case, I will play this and get the book learning one.
The book learning one.
And the book learning one I'm gonna get is I have a power of 3. Let's do the let's do the green book equals a point one. Yep.
Kara's turn.
Alright, well, let's do technology. I have a value of 4. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Waste the rest, but I have the books for it.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for you. None of these objectives make sense for me because I didn't do this well. That's fine. I'm gonna do shelving some books. Shelving some books! And I actually don't even need that ability because I spent a turn going there. So I can just shelf that spot.
I'm gonna shelve some books as well. I don't think it really matters what I do because
I mean, everything matters, John.
everything matters. Okay, I'll do it there. I'm done.
Hey, Rex. And there's our DM now in Twitch. The future is weird. I was texting him and, and now he's watching us.
I'm going to play this, which gets me an action of value 2 for navigation.
Yep.
So I'm going to pay 2 to go 1, 2. Pay 2 more to boost it 1 to go here. And pay another 3 for that.
Do you want to pay $3 for 5 points too?
Yeah, I think I do, but I'm going to play... I think I'm playing Margaret Cavendish,
Nice.
so I can remove the top 2 of my books because I'm not going to place them.
And she's worth 6
And
points.
she's worth 6 points. And then, did I pay my $3 yet? No.
Not yet. For 5 points.
Bet you did. That's okay. Thought he did pay his $3.
You paid it for here.
Yeah, I paid it.
Got
too.
it. You done?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't make sense for me to shelf books. I have like so much money. Money is worthless at the end of the
It
game.
really is.
There's one objective that lets you get points for money, but it's not in this game, so it doesn't matter that I have $14 going in. It just means I'm rich. No one's gonna remember me as a scientist, but I'm gonna die rich and happy. So that's all that happens. That's all that matters. I'll be very comfortable in my research lab. It's the excuse I'm giving myself. Yeah. I'm going to work more. To get more money. What? Yeah. I gain a coin, and then I gain
3?
2. It's 2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
So I'll gain 3 coins total.
I'm going to travel.
I have a plan. It's not a great plan, but I have a plan.
Gets me one of these. What was my plan? Oh, travel. I travel 3. 1, 2, 3. Pay $3. I get to play master.
There's a dire corgi named Wag Wag.
Edmund Haley, which lets me do research for 4, and I get to split it up.
Research for 3.
4.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong card.
And
Sorry.
then, yep. So I'll do 1. I have no yellow, so I'll owe 3. 2, 3.
And there was 3 potions, by the way, folks.
Yep. And I have no yellow again, so I'll play another potion. I might as well pay 5 to get another one out. And what's going to make the most sense? I guess it doesn't make any sense, but let's do that.
Yeah, when money's useless.
Yep. You can only have one person here? Or can I have 2?
Only one.
Oh, that's right, because you have to do each thing in order to do all the things.
Yeah, you can only have one of your people at any location. So you can't have your students bumping into each other. It'd just be awkward.
Yeah.
Alright. I think I'm shelving a book. And getting 2 money. I'm gonna shelve. The only one I can do really is that one. I need to boost it. Which reveals a master. Play. I think
Yeah, it's probably finally cooled off enough outside.
Yeah.
It was 97 today.
Outside. That's rough.
This weekend's supposed to be in the 70s, so.
Yeah. That'd be really nice.
Sorry, I had a plan.
Passive aggressive timer.
I took
Right.
longer on my turn. To be fair.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Potentially. John is literally melting. Sorry, John.
It's okay. I don't have pit stains yet. So, I'm still good.
Give him time.
Yep.
I do have fish stains. I'm like,
Fish stains?
we had fish today, and like for some reason I ended up with 2 little fish eyeballs. So.
That's
Fish
awkward.
oil, I know.
It's something bursting out, I think.
Yeah.
The fish is coming through.
It is. Yeah.
The other, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. I keep thinking the board is up, but it's just because it's warped still.
Oh, really? That much, huh?
Just a little.
I'm gonna do just
3 wild? Wow.
let's perform an action of your choice with value 3.
That's cool.
So perform it. So there were only 100 copies of Newton available at Gen Con, and it is very obvious that those 100 copies were like literally off the press.
Mm-hmm.
The glue I don't think had fully dried yet before they packed it. So some of the most of my boards have some morbage to them. The box like wrap hadn't glued on, the glue hadn't dried, so there's slippage on the box wrap. So yeah.
The warping on the player boards is actually kind of nice though, because it allows for tucking better.
Yeah, it works fine. It's not bad by any means.
No,
it's not shoddy or like, oh, this is a ruined copy. It's just like, it's one of those, there's like little things that you notice that are like, oh yeah, this was a rush job.
Okay,
So they probably paid to have them take them off the presses and pack them and air freight them, like rush job, to get them to Gen Con on time. Because the major release is October, November-ish. Like, in line with Essen, so, yeah. Which, if you're ocean freighting, would make sense that they would be on the presses, like, in August. Cool. I'm gonna do more work to get a MasterCard. And my MasterCards weren't super interesting, which is why I'm like, yeah, drafting's great. Because now I'm playing Tycho Brahe, which gives me 2 blue books and 5 points. But I think these are, like, for the rest of the game you have these books.
It is.
You do.
Which is, like, super powerful, and if I had realized that, I would have worked harder to have them out in the beginning.
Yeah,
of the game.
no, you just have them for the rest of the
I did not realize that when I first looked at them. I was like, well, these are worthless. They weren't.
I'm gonna do some technology. I'm gonna trash my Joker for 4 points and $2, which I don't need.
Oh, I would have gotten a point for my 1 blue book that I had.
And then I'll just go here for 6 points.
Actually, if I did it after that, because I can't, I get 2 more points.
Nice.
Okay, Steve, turn. We're back to Steve. Come on, babe. Gotta be quick. Think of poor David. Think of poor David
I'm sorry, David.
trying to watch someone play his game design.
I'm sorry.
We played Sailing Towards Osiris 2 weeks ago, before Gen Con. And Steve's turns were apparently painfully long for the designer of the game.
Just like screaming at the camera.
Yeah, he was like in the chat of the thing he did, and then I was at Gen Con, and we were 2 booths down from David, and every time David saw me, he would just be like, "Has Steve taken his turn yet?" And I was like, to be fair, it was his first time ever playing the game. This is normally why we play games that are like more meaty before before they're on camera. But Steve has played this game before, so he has no excuse.
He has no excuse
this time.
No excuse.
This is really why I'm on Twitter so much when we play board games when I'm not streaming. It's because, yeah.
Tragedy of tragedies.
Yeah, come on, let's play something.
Ugh.
You've min-maxed it for the last turn.
For the first turn, for the last turn.
Steve just likes to weigh his options. It's very true.
I do. I'm an option weigher. Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
If the ice cream place was still open, I could use it as incentive, but it's
Shove a
closed.
book. I'm gonna pay 3 to get 3 potions. And then I'm gonna use 3 potions.
You can get a potion for free with your card.
Yeah, you get one for free with your
Oh.
thing.
I mean, not that it might matter, but
Not that you were paying that much attention.
And then I'll do that.
Okay, so that's it. That's the game. Okay.
We made it, everyone.
We did. So you do your income like you normally would. So I would get 2 coins, which is worthless. Steve gets 2 coins. Sean gets 2 coins. And then I would get 6 points. I did it. My whole goal this game was to get that 6-point income, and I did it. And it probably wasn't worth it at this stage, but I did it. So I get 6 points.
And then I get 17.
And John gets
23.
23.
So 35.
Okay. And then we get points for masters. So if you have master points, I get another 10 points from
9.
my 2 masters, which I should have
6,
put out in the beginning of the game.
7, 8, 9.
I get 7.
Wow, I have such few points. That's not John. Then you gain points for any objectives that you have your token on. So we'll go across this way. So no one gets this one. John, how many pairs do you have
Let's see.
that aren't your starting card?
That one. 1, 2, 3.
3 pairs.
9 points.
So 9 points.
51.
No, he's already at 101. He's already gone
101.
around once.
Right.
Which there's not a thing for. So that's weird to me.
Yeah.
There's not a
little
like,
silly, yeah.
yeah. So it just means you go back to 0. That's all it means.
You're doing great.
I might win if that was the rule. There's such a thing as being
That would be an
too
interesting
smart.
rule in a game, though.
It would. Maybe it's not in this game, but maybe it could be. Okay.
You'd want to balance.
Steve, for
Set.
shelved books.
12.
Yeah.
So
No.
you have 3. You have 9.
Yeah, so I...
Well,
Oh,
so is it just books here or books shelved?
Well, it's every 3,
No.
so every stack is at 3 points.
But I discarded 2, so I think I only...
Good point.
Yeah, so that's the indication.
I think I only get 8 points.
You would only get 7. Oh no, 8. Yeah. It's
Not in the
here.
back. Oh.
So the second to last one.
Every 3 bookshelves that you placed on your bookshelf.
So you get 8 points. Okay, so Steve gets 8 points, and then this one, for every bonus tile you've taken, you get 2 points.
That's 6.
So John
12.
gets 12 points.
And then it's 2
Steve
points.
will get 8 points.
Joy
Okay.
didn't let me...
And then there's an objective on this board, nobody got it. There's an objective there, and nobody got it.
Money means nothing,
Money means absolutely nothing.
because there's an objective that gives you points for money.
Yep, and it wasn't out, which is a shame, because I have like 20-something bucks.
Oh, wow.
There's an objective for potion points, also isn't out.
Yep. And otherwise, that's it. That's the game. So John wins. Or no, sorry, Tiffany wins with 28 points.
Yeah,
this
13.
is what you get for not including that tile.
Yeah. So so John wins with 113 points. Steve has 69 points. Nice.
Nice.
And I get 28 points.
Wait, you didn't go around once?
I did not go around.
Oh. Oh.
Look, I've
I
been
see.
sick.
You were teaching.
I
Yeah.
taught, and I really wanted to make sure that everyone watching got to see a plethora of options and techniques and what to avoid doing.
The sacrifices you make for the stream.
I do. You
Really?
don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, I did not do this badly at all my first game. I actually did, score respectively. But, this was really... I was trying to see if I could focus on multiple things at once, and the answer was no, you could not. You cannot do that. I was if you noticed, I'm, kind of half on... I'm not half, but I'm half of what they've done on everything. Mm-hmm. So I've got... some maps out, I've got some bookshelves, I've got some, I have 3 assistants out that have gotten some distance, and I've worked the most, incidentally, which didn't do me any good in this game, because money is pointless. Money is just worthless.
I was able to focus on 2 things, which is just basically technology and shelving, so that worked.
I also got 2 drawers on my shelf that, actually weren't even worth it in the end for me to get. I've done everything kind of, well, but I've done nothing good, if that makes sense. So.
Yeah, I focus on 3: shelving, technology tree, and I guess a little bit on maps, but.
Yeah, I didn't focus on the map much, and my shelving was less flexible, but I was still able to shelve.
Right. This track here seems pretty underpowered.
I think it depends on what's on it.
Yeah.
It made sense for the last game I was on to really go for it.
True.
That's a lot of actions to get up to the master.
It is.
You have to invest early in work, and you're tucking, and I just didn't.
Right.
Plus, last game, I think I had work as my starting board action.
I think one thing I do like about this game is
Just one thing.
One thing. Your possibilities are very open in the beginning, but then based on how you've built stuff, you do sort of need to double down on what you've already done.
Right.
So, you can start to filter out the things that aren't as important. Since I didn't have a lot of stuff that was placed on the map, I wasn't exploiting the map, so I just wasn't thinking about doing it.
And to be fair, it wasn't fair, but I had some pretty incredible, these 3 cards.
Yeah, and
are
so...
incredibly powerful.
And now that we've played... The next time we play, we're definitely going to be drafting these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because mine were, awful. I couldn't chain them. I had 0 bonus action ones.
Yep.
All I had was the book ones, which now I realize are actually really good. But, yeah. So, don't let my awful score deter you. John went home and thought about this.
I did.
And John is just also really good at these sort of games. I still really liked this. And wish to play again. Also, I very specifically want all the tiles that stay on this board to stay together in a bag. Awesome. And then the objective ribbon tiles and bonus tiles go together. Perfect. So yeah. So that was Newton.
I like it.
We taught it, set it up, and played it in 2 hours. So 90 minutes is what it says on the box. I believe that is entirely acceptable / doable.
Very smooth mid-weight Euro that doesn't make you feel like you're on autopilot towards the end.
No, well, I was, but that was because I had shunted all my options.
Yeah, I think if you've built up enough options, you have ideas. I think, well, I do like Grand Austria Hotel, just because it's a similar weight and similar designers. Towards the end, you kind of have this feeling where you're like, well, either I can complete these contracts that I have or not.
Yeah,
and so you feel like there's only a couple things I can really do. Whereas in this, you're like, okay, I'm very close to a bunch of things. Which things can I do at the end? And that's a really satisfying end game. Also, maybe an AP prone end game if you're me.
Yes.
But that is satisfying. It's mostly well, there's no point in playing the rest of this round because I can't do anything.
Right.
So, yeah.
You putting the cards in here too? No. For
They
the
were
Yours,
they were
yes.
before, yeah.
Yeah, everything player specific is in there.
Cards.
So yeah, this game is, I actually don't know what the price point on this game's gonna be. I'm a really bad person. So I'm not sure what the price point is gonna be, but the only reason I've compared it to Cumbria is because it has some similarities to Cumbria. So in Cumbria, you have a map, and there's tiles that are randomly put out on the map every game. And you are collecting and building... You are collecting cards and kind of building an engine on your player board that will help you to score points and do different things that'll get you points at the end of the game, and what those points will be depends on like where you go on the map and what is available on the map, and things like that. So there are some similarities. Cumbria is a dice drafting game, and it uses the dice interestingly, and we played it, we've streamed it, we really like it, and we've played it several times. And even now, if somebody was like, I want to play Cumbria, I would totally be like, yes, let's play Cumbria.
Yeah.
And even now, if somebody was like, let's play Newton, I would say, yes, let's play Newton.
Yep.
So I feel like they both have similarities into what you're doing, but Newton's, this bookshelf thing is still, it's just very, it's very easy to lose yourself in and get distracted by things that you just shouldn't. Early game, which is what I kept doing. I kept being like, oh, I should do that, but that's a bad idea to do right now, so I'll do this. Oh no, that's a bad idea to do right now, so I'll do this. And like, it just screwed me hard.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. The way that this builds, the desk mechanic builds with the cards and the tiles and stuff, is also super interesting. If you like engine building games, if you like games where you start with very little abilities to do, and then like by the end of the game, you're just like, and then I do these super powerful actions 17 times. This game has that, and I really like that in games, even though I executed it very poorly in this game, this play. I still really enjoy it. There's a lot of things. It's a very busy game. Somebody was saying it's very brown. All they'd seen was pictures, and they were like, it's a very brown game. Which it is. It is a very brown game. It's a very tan game. So yeah, Steve made a comment, I think it was Steve, made a comment about how they managed to make a game in that wasn't about colonialism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a game in this sort of age of
very nice.
discovery that
Yeah.
wasn't about colonialism.
Yeah.
Or exploitation.
And it's
Except your grad students, but
I mean, yeah, but everybody's cool with exploiting grad students still.
Yeah.
I say with entire sarcasm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting, like, it's a theme that feels familiar. Like, a lot of Euros, you would be like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense as a theme. But nobody's done it yet.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's approached it in this way, which is interesting. Like, the desk mechanic, when I was reading the rulebook the first time, I was like, this desk thing is hokey. But then I've played it, and I'm like, actually, no, it's brilliant.
It's
you have it
really
on your
nice.
desk. You
Yeah.
have things on top of your desk, and those things allow you to unlock other things that you're doing.
Yep.
And then the drawers of what's in your desk are like these engine buildings, which would make sense because if you're a new professor, your desk is empty, and then as you get better at being a professor, your desk gets full.
Yep.
And then like the idea is you're like working and studying for 6 years, which is why like your desk gets wiped, because at the end of the year you would, in theory, clean your desk, right? New school year, etc., etc. So yeah, it's really interesting. If you like any of the games that these designers have worked on, so Lorenzo il Magnifico, Voyages of Marco Polo, Tzolk'in, Grand Austria Hotel, and there's one other one.
Coimbra, I think.
The designers of
No.
No, these are not Coimbra designers at all.
Voyages.
Oh,
Marco
Voyages.
Polo also did Coimbra.
Ah.
I think.
The other
No.
one.
The other ones, not Simone Luciani.
Yes.
We need a little...
There needs to be
Thing
a
on the
graphic.
board.
Seems like
Yeah.
like that crew though.
Yeah,
like,
it's
has
ties.
a lot of
and-
crossover and
Yeah, so if you like Coimbra, try this one.
yeah.
Because there's similarities, but it's unique enough that like I definitely can see why I would play one or the other. I feel like I've played Coimbra enough, and like Coimbria's like per game differences come in what order the cards come out in, and in what tiles get where on the map. and what dice roll what. Whereas in this game, the replayability comes in what cards come out in the market in what order, but you can pay to mitigate that, like, whoa, what tiles end up on which map and which location, or what tiles even end up in the game.
Right.
Our last game, we had only one bonus drawer tile come out. And so this game, we had two, and one was really powerful, and we, like, raced for it. And then
no one got any income tiles.
Yeah.
Because they were, like, off in the corner.
I feel like this game has more replayability in the component level, whereas Coimbra has more replayability in the random factors of, like, the cards that come out and the dice rolls.
Right.
So
I think it would have been neat to have a little bit more variety in the bookshelf.
you could have, and I honestly feel like they're probably already, like, they probably already have an expansion board that has different layouts of these.
Because they're the same on every board.
Yeah, which honestly I'm fine with because my brain already wants to explode when it comes to looking at this thing. I've played this game twice. I'm the one that read the rulebook. I still am like, I look at this and I still get overwhelmed with, like, my options every game. So
one thing I'd also say compared to something like, or compared to Marco Polo, is the engine building really gives us a nice ramp. So by the end of the game, you feel like you're powerful. Whereas in Marco Polo,
my hair is
which has similar travel around the world and get bonuses, I feel like you're not really building an engine, right? It's kind of, it's a little more of a slog. Like, you're getting resources. And you can have a bit of a resource engine, but, like, basically at the end of the game, your actions are about as powerful as at the beginning. So you kind of feel like you need to time everything just right, and you're on the razor's edge, and, like, will I be able to do stuff by the end of the game? Whereas in this, it's like, your first turns are build up, and then your last turns are, like, these explosions of chaining and combos if you're lucky.
Well, it's nice because that's a per round even.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the round, you got a much more powerful action. And it resets. And then powerful action resets.
It just feels great. It's, I do really like the feel of this. Not that Marco Polo is bad, but it's just like Marco Polo has that, like, very stressful on the knife's edge, and this is like, oh yeah, I'll be able to do that by the end of the round.
Unless you're me. I've yet to play Marco Polo, so I'm just bitter about that.
It's very good.
So that's Newton, designed by Nestor Mangone. Mangone? And Simone Luciani. Published by Cranio Games in Europe, I believe, and Simon in the US. I believe Cranio did most of the work on this one, and then Simon's bringing it over for the US market, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It's for 1 to 4 players. There is a solo mode. As far as I know, the solo game is not super different.
Seems like it'd be the same. There's not much of a race.
Yeah, there's something to do with the master cards, but otherwise the solo is, like, exactly the same. So there's that.
There's a lot less of the bonus immediate things out.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them won't be out because of the player counts.
Yep.
One thing I would say is after playing it twice, I definitely want to draft the master cards.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
like,
we have to draft them next time.
Yeah, they're too powerful.
Yeah, they're too good.
Probably by a second game, you would be ready for that. I think most people playing this on the second game. So
yeah, so definitely if you're playing for the second time, draft the master cards. If you've watched this playthrough and your play group has also watched this playthrough, draft the master cards. If your play group has not watched this playthrough, don't draft them because you'll have an advantage. There was very, 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 very little about this game pre-Gen Con. There was nothing. I, even started asking favors of friends that work at publishing companies to try and get this rulebook, and I couldn't get it. So there was that. But,
well,
it's
you
good.
couldn't even get it early.
I couldn't get it early.
And it's still not up.
Yeah, it's still not up.
Yeah.
So I got a couple rulebooks early before the show just because of who I know. But, so then I can tell people about it, right? Which is what I did with Symphony No. 9. But I tried with this one and I couldn't get it. Nobody has the digital file except for the Cranio guys in Italy. And they have it in Italian. So there you go. They have it in English too because they obviously printed it. But this will be in stores from Simon Games in North America in, like I said, I believe they're targeting October is the main release. We'll see if it comes early. That's Newton. And thus begins the craziness that is the Gen Con game streams. We never really finished our Origin streams because Gen Con came up so quickly. So we have to get through those first. We only have a handful of those left. but the pile, which is out of your view, is almost to table height. Yes. Yeah, they only had 100 copies of Gen Con. They air freighted them in hot off the press. Yeah. So we have quite a number of games and expansions that we'll be streaming, coming into the pre-SN post-Gen Con craze. So if you are interested in watching us play these games and also, you know, learning about them and getting a vibe for them, we have some which we could, like, highlight, I guess. I don't know. But we do have some of them, most of them are for, like, 2 players. I'm just, like, throwing games everywhere. So we have Dinosaur Tea Party, which I absolutely love, but we have to have at least 3 players, and it's better with 4. So we might bring Ariel and Rex back to play this. No offense. You could come, too. But, this is a fun, like, kind of... Do you remember playing Guess Who as a kid?
Yes.
This is like that, but better.
That's awesome.
It's a re-implementation of Who's It, which was a 1976 game.
Nice.
So there's that one.
Oh, it's Restoration. I saw the R and I thought, I'm sorry, I thought Renegade because I saw the R. Okay, that makes sense.
Then we have Flotsam Fight, which is a new Oinks game. Then we have the game. I'm not pulling everything up because that would be so crazy. But we have Kashgar, which I'm so insanely excited about.
It's so good.
And then we have
Reach.
Scarabia? For Blue Orange, I did not bag this after I punched it, so it's chaos in there. Just don't open it. Then we have Patchwork Express, which is the kids-friendly version of Patchwork, or also the tired adult-friendly version. Plays in about half the time. We have the Cowboy Bebop collectible card game, because this is a thing that exists, y'all. Cowboy Bebop collectible card game.
Oh.
Nimble is now on the floor. So there's that.
Nimble, huh?
Oh. You're not helping. We'll just not do that. So we also have Tickets to Ride New York, which we'll be streaming at some point. We have... I'm not going to put them all up. We do have the King Domino Age of Giants expansion. We'll be doing that at some point. What else is over there? Oh, we have that one. That's buried from Origins. There's just stacks of games. We also have Carthago. Some of these are sponsored streams. Some of these are ones that we purchased. We have the Sagrada expansion. That'll be coming. We have My Little Scythe. We have Symphony No. 9. We have Fortune City. We have
How
Dragon.
many weeks till listen?
What?
How many weeks till listen?
Oh gosh, 3 months till Essen. We have the Tea Dragon Society. We have Warsaw City of Ruins, and then we have the Van Ryder adventure novels, which we won't play all of them. We'll play one. I think we're gonna do Tears of Goddess. I'm really excited about that one. So yeah, and then we have a couple other titles that we picked up just to pick up. But this is stuff that you can see coming from us in the next few weeks. I don't even want to look to see what Steve's doing at this point. So yeah, so there you go. It's gonna be an interesting season. If these videos interest you or help you in your purchasing decisions, that is fantastic. That's why we do these. We also do these to hang out with you in the chat. So if you like these videos, feel free to give it a heart. If you're on Twitch, make sure you get subscribed to Twitch so you can get notifications when we go live. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Give this video a thumbs up if you like these videos. And if you like this content and would like to help us make more of it by traveling to these shows and purchasing these games and maintaining the relationships that allow us to get these games so that we can stream them early for y'all, feel free to support me on Patreon, which is patreon.com/theonetire down below. That was a lot. Cool. There's still so much over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just, yeah.
Well, okay. Also, this game is so stupid and I love it. We're not going to stream it unless it's a bonus stream, but everyone hates this game with me, but I love it. It's called Get Packing. This was my stupid... I pick one game at Gen Con that is my stupid game of the show, and this was my stupid game for Gen Con this year. So, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Maybe a short game stream to cover a few at once. That's what we were going to do tonight, but then we played Newton and Railroad Inc. So... We were gonna play. Steve and I were gonna knock out 4 of these tonight, but we didn't. So tune in next week. We'll be streaming something. A lot of these we've already played, and they're really good. But tune in next week. We'll be playing something on Tuesday, and then we'll be playing something else on Thursday. Tuesdays and Thursdays this season. It's apparently a season now.
Yep.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right. Bye, Internet.